afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kara Donovan, and welcome to this interactive presentation about Brainstorm. Experience counts, and Brainstorm is one of the most experienced companies in the market, providing real-time 3D graphics to the broadcast industry. Established in 1993, we have many installations around the world, from Japan to Asia to Europe and the US. Our history is filled with literally hundreds of services for broadcasters. But just to mention a few, let me walk you through this interactive timeline representing some of the biggest hits in Brainstorm's history. For this, we are using a tracking system for motion analysis. It's a technology that allows camera tracking as well as tracking data from any part of the talent's body. Let's get started. Brainstorm, founded in 1993, started providing graphic services to Spanish and other international TV stations, covering elections, weather, and sports events. Our first virtual set production was in 1995, a Mike Oldfield presentation of his new CD, Songs of Distant Earth, followed immediately by what was essentially the first daily virtual weather show in the world at Antena 3 in Spain. In 1996, we commercialized our software, displaying it for the first time at SIGGRAPH 96. In 1997, we attended our first NAB exhibition, and we started to establish a presence in the Middle East market with Jordan TV, later expanding into channels like Al Jazeera, Abu Dhabi, and ERTU in Cairo. In 1998, big broadcasters like RTL in Germany and KBS in Korea started using Brainstorm for their virtual set productions. In the following year, we teamed with several of the biggest Japanese TV stations like TV Asahi, Fuji TV, and NTV. Canal expansion in Spain became our first financial news TV channel, an area in which we have become one of the biggest leaders in the world with clients like CNBC, NASDAQ, and Reuters. In 2000, we started our successful collaboration with Foray, which continues still to this day. And at the same time, in Japan alone, we've had over 90 Brainstorm users. We've sold hundreds of licenses to national broadcasting stations, major private stations, production houses, universities, and privately owned companies, thus making Brainstorm the de facto standard software in Japan. During those years, Brainstorm developed basic real-time features like particles, text effect, tickers, and 3D tickers, all of which are included in a single, flexible software tool. And now back to the timeline. In 2001, Brainstorm had its first Hollywood experience in the Spielberg movie, AI, when we introduced film pre-visualization. It's a technology that allows real-time feedback for the talent, camera, and director as they shoot the movie. In the year 2002, the news channel Al Jazeera uses Brainstorm for virtual sets, and Brainstorm opens a brand new office in Tokyo, Japan. In 2003, the BBC selected Brainstorm software for virtual sets, and Brainstorm is used for film previs in a science fiction movie, I, Robot. In 2004, Brainstorm teams with clients like the Pentagon and IDS Sports. Additionally, Brainstorm is used for film previs in the movie Stealth. And in 2005, Brainstorm was chosen by the BBC for the general election. It's a program that resulted in a Royal Television Society Award. Also, Brainstorm is selected by CNBC as the engine for their new generation of real-time graphics, producing almost 1,000 graphics daily and is on air as we speak. In the following year, we established partnerships with companies where Brainstorm is used inside their products as a real-time engine, with companies like Aston 7 and AccuWeather. Also, the PGA Tour selected Brainstorm for their graphics. In 2007, Brainstorm was awarded the contract to produce all BBC election shows for the next 4 years. Also, NASDAQ displaying the largest stationary video wall in the world in Times Square, uses Brainstorm to visualize all of their financial data. Also, ESPN creates all the real-time virtual graphics with Brainstorm. And Korean broadcasters, KBS and NBC, use Brainstorm for the presidential election. In 2008, movies like Speed Racer, X-Men, and Alice in Wonderland used Brainstorm for film pre-viz. And in the same year, NBC and BBC used Brainstorm to cover the presidential elections. And Reuters, the international news agency, selected Brainstorm to provide all of their graphics, later expanding into their UK and Asia offices. During those years, Brainstorm started to standardize the software for different platforms like Linux, Windows, and Macintosh OS X. We increased the quality of the render engine, implementing high-quality illumination and shaders. We also started to increase the easiness of use, allowing a single, powerful tool to provide different levels of graphical user interface like Easy Set and Designer. We developed converters for 3D Studio Max, Maya, Photoshop, PowerPoint, and Excel. And we also developed a news automation system compatible with iNews and ENPS. Today, Brainstorm is an experienced leader in the market with a long history of success based on the quality of our graphics engine and our knowledgeable support staff. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any one of our Brainstorm representatives.